Good evening, everyone. We got a little baseball news to get to this evening. Start with the season that's starting up very soon. The top 100 MLB prospects from Baseball America breaks down the best of the best from across the country. And this year, we have some local representation on the list. Coming in at number 26 on that list is the leader of the pack himself, Mackenzie Gore. After his countless national honors coming out of Whiteville High School, Gore was drafted 3rd overall by the San Diego Padres. In his debut season with the Padres farm team in Arizona, Gore appeared in 7 games, allowed 14 hits and 5 runs, but recorded 34 strikeouts for the club with a 1.27 ERA. Now, for the full list of all the top 100 prospects, head to our website, WWAYTV3.com. It is hard to believe that baseball season is almost here, but hoop season is still in full swing here in the area, and it's always a big night when Trask and Pender meet in any sport. And tonight, we saw the two on the hardwood. In the girls' game this evening, it was Pender who got the win, so let's go ahead and see how the guys' game went this evening. This was a great one, folks. Early on, it was Pender that jumped out to an early lead. A block by Taiwan Ballard leads to a Khalil Marshall 3. Pender led 8-2 to start, but Trask would come back and answer quickly. Jawan Carter and company roared back to make this a 10-9 game. And now with time ticking down in the first quarter, Trask back on the move again. Jalen Machak with the steal takes it coast-to-coast back for the score right at the buzzer. Now buzzer beaters were a theme in this one. This is how the half would end. Marshall from way back, and he nails it. The crowd goes absolutely nuts, and they would continue to cheer the rest of the way to a win. Marshall finishes with 40. Carr had 29, but it's the home team that gets the win, 74-73. Now, meanwhile, here in Wilmington, the UNCW Seahawks are starting to trend finally in the right direction. Since Coach C.B. McGrath said the team needed a mindset change, it has. This turnaround is highlighted by the 3 overtime games the Seahawks have had against top conference opponents, in which the team in teal has gotten 2 of those wins. This includes this past Saturday as UNCW knocked off Towson in the extra period by a final score of 73-71. Offensively, UNCW has gotten a boost from role players like Jalen Fornes and Ty Taylor, who both have had 2 20-point games in the past 2 weeks. But it's also been a strong defense limiting the 3 and creating opportunities for the offense.
They realize how important defense is, as opposed to me just talking about it and not doing it every single day in practice for a majority of the practice time. I think that's really helped, and we're going to keep doing it. You know, I think just the defensive stations that we do day in and day out is the repetition the guys need. It's just like shooting. I mean, you know, the more repetitions you get, the more comfortable you feel.
That was Coach McGrath talking on his show, and you can catch all the highlights from the week and hear the insight on the team only on the CB McGrath Show, Sundays 11:30 right here on WWAY. Now, speaking of good defense, Carolina Panthers had one of the top units in the NFL last season, but they'll be looking for a new front man this next season as their defensive coordinator will be heading west. Today, the Arizona Cardinals officially announced Steve Wilks will be their next head coach. Wilks just concluded his first season as defensive coordinator for the Panthers, his 12th year as an NFL assistant. Since Wilks came to Carolina 6 years ago, the Panthers finished in the top 10 of total defense in 5 of those 6 seasons. The Panthers promoted defensive line coach Eric Washington to replace Wilks as the defensive coordinator. A lot of turnaround for the Panthers ahead of next season, but you Panther fans don't have to wait until next year to see some of your favorite players. We'll have the Pro Bowl this Sunday on WWAY ABC. And Amanda, I don't know if you know this, but we have 4 Cowboys on the NFC roster, so you know I'll be tuning in.